everyone, this is Alex Figueroa and welcome to another episode. But before we get everything started, please subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, smash that bell button so every time new videos are out weekly, you guys will be notified. All right, guys, we finally made it to the final film in the 4K review of Daniel Craig's James Bond era with Spectre. That's right, we finally made it, the final giveaway of this Bond series. I hope you guys enjoyed it so far. I have enjoyed it. It's been a while since I've seen these films, and it was great rewatching them again and breaking it down for you guys. Right, so let's get right into the movie review. The movie, I give this a 4 out of 5. It's a great film, but again, it falls and suffers from the two-plot storyline, which Quantum of Solace suffered from. With that said, I'm not going to spoil the movie, but I'm going to give a little bit of spoiler here and there, but nothing huge that will ruin the film for you guys. The first half of the plot I wasn't too sold with was the whole technological trying to take over the MI6, that they were dinosaurs, but you could do everything with drones and all that. Look, we kind of seen this already in the Mission Impossible type of films or other spy movies. We felt a little bit of the same storyline in Skyfall when played by Judi Dench at the time. She was in front of the committee and she had to like defend herself on her actions, and does the MI6 still needed to be around? And they trying to close it down. That was the same type of storyline. So to me, I was like, I didn't care for that. But then you had the other half of the story. Again, another arc to Bond, which was Spectre. Now that, I'm telling you, brought back nostalgia. This movie has tons of Easter eggs. I mean, tons of Easter eggs, which I am going to cover. Guys, I'm just going to let you know right now, if you see there's a lot of Bond stuff coming out from Spectre over the few weeks, please bear with me, because I was watching this movie and I was enjoying the stuff that I seen, and I want to share this with you. I will be doing theme songs from the Daniel Craig era as a video, plus I will be doing Easter eggs from Spectre, because there were tons of Easter eggs from the nostalgia era, from the Timothy Dalton era, the Sean Connery, Roger Moore, George LeBiz, and Timothy Dalton. All that was in this film. And Pierce Brosnan, all that was in this film, and I want to show you guys where it is so you can see what I saw, which made me excited while watching Spectre. And I gave a lot of credit to Sam Mendes about, because he paid homage to those other guys that paved the way for Daniel Craig. With that said, Spectre was amazing, the way they introduced the character, and I loved how they brought it back from Casino Royale all the way up to the final movie of this 4K review, which was Spectre. Now, for you guys that have not seen any of the Bond movies, I'm going to give you a list of movies where Spectre showed up in or were mentioned. Number 1 was Dr. No, the very first movie with Sean Connery. Spectre was mentioned by Dr. No. Then comes Russia with Love, Thunderball, You Only Live Twice, On Her Majesty's Secret Service, Diamonds Are Forever, For Your Eyes Only, Never Say Never Again. Now, that movie is not part of the Bond 1 through 25 films. For some reason, it's made by a different company. I think it was another distributor. So, for some reason, they had the rights. I don't know exactly. I will look more into the information on how they continue to do the Bond movies. But for some reason, it's not connected. So, when you buy these whole box sets, Never Say Never is not attached to it. But again, I will be doing a review on that movie because I haven't seen it in a long time and I want to review it for you guys. But that is also Sean Connery playing Bond as an old Bond. Then you have Spectre and No Time to Die. So it looks like No Time to Die comes back to the fold. Now, those are the films that you could see and reference Spectre from. Now, the nostalgia era. This is where I think a lot of people was not too thrilled with Spectre, that thought it was kind of corny and weak. Guys, yes, Roger Moore era, you saw it in this movie. A lot of the corniness, a lot of the campiness from Roger Moore, you saw it in this movie. The whole plane crashing, he's losing the wings and he's dragging across and chasing them. That's all from those time periods, boys. I'm just letting you know right now. I know you guys are going to be like, oh no, man, what are you talking? That looks very, yes. Watch those old eras. Roger Moore had a lot of skiing, where he's going down mountains and dudes are shooting him and chasing him and snowmobiles. That is all there, man. Even Pierce Brosnan had scenes too in the snow where he pulls the jacket and a bubble goes over him. So that is where you get these things, man. I understand you guys are already used to that Jason Bourne realism Bond, but you got to let that go, man, because a lot of people wanted some gadgets in this film, and you got that. All right, you got the Aston Martin, which I wanted the full-blown DB10 to have a full-blown of arsenal and all this gadgets, but we didn't get that. But we got some of it. You got the ejector seat, you got the fire. Again, I don't want to spoil it for you guys, but I was so excited to see that. And I love the way Q and 007's relationship was very well put together. Now, the other thing that they brought into this, the element that I was so happy was Batista. Not the fact that Batista didn't do as much, because all he did was just become the henchman that we always wanted. And I wish he was the Jaws of 007. Imagine that. Batista was Jaws. For you guys that don't know who Jaws is, check it out. Look it up. Not the shark, but Jaws. He is like the nemesis of all nemesis to Bond. He can eat stuff because he has these metal teeth that look like a shark, and he can bite through any type of material. He was mostly in the Roger Moore era of Bond films, I believe. But yes, I wish Batista was that type of character, but I think he was a bit, because he had that metal things in his thumbs. So I think to me it was a little bit Jaws-y-like. But that is another nostalgia take on what they took the element from the older Bond films, and I enjoyed that. Then comes the villain, the big dog, Nestor Blofeld. I think I'm saying is right. Blofeld. I'm just gonna say Blofeld. Can never get the first names right. Blofeld. You get the big dog, Blofeld, which played by Christoph Waltz. Excellent actor for this role. The only thing I'm a little iffy about is this whole stepbrother situation. But again, I don't want to spoil the movie for those who have not seen Spectre. That's all I got to say. That's the only thing I'm not big on, is the whole story between him and Bond. I'm not too sold on it, but I'm okay with it because we're in a modern time. All right, guys, so let's get right into my 4K review. I give this a 4 out of a 5. It's a great, not perfect. Skyfall still, to me, had the perfect palette of film. They had the perfect contrast, the saturation, the blacks were amazing, HDR was popping. Where here wasn't the HDR was good, but it wasn't great. It was a lot of orange. Like the beginning opening sequence was a lot of orange, but then throughout the whole movie was orange. And I was just like, whoa, this is way too orangey for me. A lot of graininess, like a lot of grains. I'm telling you, you can see it here. To me, it doesn't even look as organic. It would just look a lot of orange and organic. I was like, man, Sam Mendes, what are you doing here? Or the photographer, or whoever the hell edited the damn film. I was like, what are you doing? Way too much orange. But then it was a lot of temperature changes from it was like a lot of hot, then cold when they were in the snow area. That looked great. But then when they come back again, it was... The explosions were great. I'll give you that. The explosions were great. The darks are dark. The ending was very well put together with the 4K, but there was a lot of orange, and I couldn't take it as much. But I gave that a 4 out of a 5. Again, the orange color that they used was this deserty type of look. I'm going to give you a reference right now to show you what I'm talking about between the two films, Skyfall and Spectre, to show you what I mean in terms of why I gave Skyfall a perfect and why I gave Spectre a 4.5. I'll give it to you right now while I'm speaking. That's why I give this one a 4 out of a 5. Then the video itself was really good. It was a 4 out of 5. It's a great. It wasn't perfect because because of the orange looking. It wasn't as clear. It was not as clear. And that's the thing that hurt this film. Again, the HDR was good, but it wasn't great. And the picture quality, again, it felt more Blu-ray-ish than a 4K. That's what I got to say. That's the way I should say it. It felt more Blu-ray, like they took it off the Blu-ray and they gave it a little bit of an enhancement and then they just transferred it over. That's pretty much I can say about the video. Audio was very good. 5 out of a 5. It's perfect. There's nothing I can say. The explosion sounds great. The Aston Martin, them dialogue all sound amazing. 5 out of a 5. The extra features, and you guys know in this channel that's seen this, I am big on extra features on 4K. This has a whopping 0. You don't get no commentary tracks. You get no behind the scenes. Everything looks like it's on the Blu-ray, which I freaking hate. But there's nothing I can do. I gave this a really bad 0 out of a 5. There's nothing I can do. In terms of the overall score, it's a 17 out of a 25. And my overall rating, that is a 3 out of a 5. It's good, not great, and not even perfect. Again, if you guys want to own this movie, I say get it. If you're a big Bond fan, get it, throw it in your collection. Great. I say wait for it. Maybe they'll get enhancement later down the road. Maybe when they come out with a bigger box set. Of course, we all know they will once No Time to Die comes out. All right, guys, let's get right into the contest rule. Rule number 1, subscribe to the channel. Rule number 2, like the video. And rule number 3, leave a comment. What are your thoughts on Spectre? That's all. What are your thoughts on Spectre? The contest will end April 27th on a Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Again, subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, leave a comment. What are your thoughts of Spectre? And again, the contest will end April 27th at 8 p.m. on Monday. All right, guys, before we end this video, a new podcast episode is out now, and it's episode 7. Me and Ken sit down and we talk 3 main topics. 1, Doctor Strange is now directed by Sam Raimi. 2, me and Ken sit down and do an in-depth talk on The Lighthouse, our review on it. And then DC has pushed a few movies back from their original release date. Check it all out. Episode 7 is now live. Check it out on Apple Podcasts and Stitcher. Again, that's Levels of Geek Podcast. Again, guys, if you enjoyed this video, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, smash that bell button so every time new videos are out weekly, you guys will be notified. Until then, geek out.